Well, it's 4th of July weekend, and we plan to be on the lake this weekend, but as you can see, it's pretty nasty outside. It's cloudy. It rained all night last night. We needed the rain so much, but it rained all night, and pretty much kind of messed up our plans for today. So I decided, you know what, it's time to start working on the second jet ski, get it running, so maybe next weekend we can have it, running for everybody. Just to bring you up to date, we have the first 750, and it's running fine and perfect. The SLX needs to be converted over from the oiler system to the premix, which involves removing the carburetors. Now, yesterday I got home and started to kind of work on it, and it was just super hot in this garage. So I went up to Home Depot to see what I could find as far as a fan or possibly a little room air conditioner. And I came home with that. That's what they call the Tornado, man, and it moves some air in here. It's loud, but at least moves some air. I thought about getting a little room air conditioner, the ones that roll around on the floor, but that was like $500, and I thought, you know what? That's a waste of money, considering how I leave the garage door open 90% of the time. So, plus this thing, in order to work on it, I really need to kind of slide it out a little bit because it's a lot bigger, double trailer. But let me see, what else? I went to the Watercraft store and I got me some clear tubing on either side. And that way I can change all the fuel tubing out to the clear stuff from the triple output pump down there. And I started taking this out. I'll turn on the light here. Oh, the light is on. Okay. Anyway, so I started taking everything out. Got the CDI out, got a lot of the bolts out, got the fuel pump loose. But I started taking the carburetors out, and on the bottom of the carburetors is a 12mm bolt that you got to take out, 6 of them. And they are a whipping to get to. A little word of advice. Don't try to do it from this side, trying to stick your arms down. It's easier to go across the ski to reach down and get to those screws. And it is a 12mm bolt. And using these types down here, it just wasn't working. It was absolutely pissing me off. So I went up to Home Depot and got me a set of the ratcheting types. So that way when you loosen the bolt, let's see if I can get it to do it. Yeah, there you go. So that way I don't have to take it off the bolt, so I can down there and just go back and forth. So we'll see how that works here in a few minutes. I just want to give you an update and let you know that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take those out, check the diaphragms, make sure the carbs are clean, check all the fuel hoses, and then while I'm down there, the oil pump is underneath there. I'm going to take the oil pump off and fashion a block off kit, and then put some cork on it and some gasket sealer and block that sucker off, and that way I can run premix. Then I've got to wrestle the oil canister out, which is no fun because I did it on this one. And luckily, I've got a tore up engine over here. You can see this one's got tore up the rod and ruined the upper half of the case. But this one has the oiler on the side of it, so I can kind of use this as a pattern and see exactly how it comes off and so on and so forth. It's kind of nice having a part ski, but it's got all kinds of parts here. So if anybody needs anything, just give me a holler. And I've got another part ski coming probably Monday. Never can have too much parts for these things. My wife teases me. Oh, big update. I got HydroTurf coming. I've ordered some for both. This one is coming off. It's in better shape, but it's coming off down here. So I ordered black HydroTurf for this one. I ordered purple HydroTurf for this one. So hopefully it'll be here sometime this next week, and I'll be able to get it on there, put it on with that DAP 3M stuff. I'm also trying to find one of these to put it on there. I found them on eBay. I just got to actually sit down and bid on it. But anyway, that's the update for right now. I'll get working on it and see what I find, and with all luck, I should have this thing kind of, say, most of the way done this weekend. We'll see. I almost forgot, I got another toy. When I was browsing Home Depot, I found that bastard right there. Before I had my hoses all coiled up on the floor, and one of them's developed a leak, and I've been kind of shopping around for one of these things for about a month and a half now, just kind of see what they are. And they're like $70-80 for these good ones that have the rollers and all that kind of stuff. Well, apparently this one Home Depot had in their aging inventory. So it is a full-on, you pull it out all the way. It's got 50 feet, so that way I can, pretty much go all over the garage, out on the driveway, and then it just recoils itself. Hooks into my air compressor system. 30 bucks. $30 for that sucker. And it's heavy. Man, it took me forever to get that sucker mounted on the wall. But man, that so avoids that. And I tell you how many times I've not used my air tools just because those things are tangled up in the corner. Now I got no excuse. So that's another one of my new toys. Plus I got put a little quick disconnect on here, so that way if I need to, when I'm not using this, I don't like keeping pressure in my hoses because over time it can cause issues with the hose. So every night I just pop that loose. That way it doesn't keep pressure in the hose. But anyway, that was my big find yesterday. Okay, 30 minutes later, and I have the screws off. 1, 2, 4, 5. Now you notice I'm missing one. Well, when I was taking it off, I dropped it down in the hole. Nice work. So luckily I've got one of those little grabby thingies that you stick down and you can grab it. So as soon as I get the carburetors out, I'll be able to get it. This was the tool I used. Is a stubby 12 millimeter, and it goes down there between the where that foam is. If you use a long one, like I was trying to use my great little deal here that ratchets back and forth. Well, the problem is when you ratchet this down, it comes into interference of another bolt, and you can't get this sucker out. So you're stuck little bits at a time doing this number with your arm down inside this thing, and you can see my arm. It just gets all cut up and nasty. But you know what? That's part of working on these things. So our next step is we need to take off the throttle cable, and all you do is you rotate this around, and I can't do it with one hand, but then you pull out the actuator, and then the choke has just a little flathead that's right there that you just loosen up the flathead and this little thing pops out. Then I'm going to jockey all the CDI and all the wiring and stuff to pull the carbs out. So I'm going to do that real quick. And well, the carbs are out, and I'd say they probably need a rebuild. I'm lucky I didn't burn a hole in piston with the way these carbs are, and I should have pulled it out anyway. But I rushed things, and I just got real lucky. This one looks like it had water in it. Well, all of them look like they had water in them. Look at the rust in here. So hopefully I can fix that. But this one looked like it was almost bone dry. This one had oil and gas mix. This one had oil and gas mix. So, and this is the PTO. So I got real lucky, really lucky, that it didn't burn it up. So I guess I'll order a rebuild kit for all three of these. I found one on eBay for all three of them for I think it was 120 bucks or something like that, which I think is ridiculous for the cost of a rebuild kit. So yeah, it's a little frustrating. But anyway, I got it out, and I'm gonna have to take out the carb rest just to get to the oil pump. So I guess I'll work on that next. But I was really hoping these carbs would not be this bad. I don't know. Are they really that bad? Somebody tell me. Probably need to just go ahead and take them apart. Alright, so I took the fuel pump apart, and I kind of wish I hadn't. I think everything's perfect in here. The little diaphragm right here is in good shape, and the diaphragm back there is good shape with no liquid behind where the pulse line comes in. The little discs in there look like they're in good shape, so I don't know if I can just put this back together and be done with it, or now I have to rebuild it because I took it apart. So I don't know. Little concern there, but anyway, I'll figure it out. That's about as far as I got so far. I need to get in there and take out the reed cage and see what's going on with that.